1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
This is the Ryan Tannehill farewell tour. And then last but certainly not least, Geno Smith is better than Jimmy G.
No!
This has been consistent. This has been the last 2 years, especially last year. Every time Pollard comes in, he looks way better than Zeke. Behind the same O-line with the same front. Like, he's just better. The only reason, because of context, the only reason Zeke's still getting his carries is because of the damn contract.
But do you think
Record against Brady, bro? What the f***? Get the f*** up out of here.
Nigel, what's your question? Nigel, what's your question?
Mahomes had a better team. They lost. They closed the door because you can't stand in the kitchen. You can't take it. You can't take it, Trent. You can't take it.
What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Keepin It G Podcast. The full crew is here once again. JJ looking like a deacon in the church is crazy. Gosh. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling today?
What's good, my boy? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's been a long day yelling at people, cooking people. You know, it's a hard day when you got to cook people for 2 hours. And then
seems like those people in Trent can't take the heat. Am I right?
It wasn't even Trent this time. He was staying quiet, but he knew I was cooking. He was there.
I was just talking about the intro.
Oh, true. He can't take it.
But that nigga.
Warnock, I'm not gonna hold you. When I figure out how to do it, you can absolutely get mobbed. When I figure it out. But we're gonna start off with a topic that we were kind of talking about before the show, and we kind of touched on a little bit backstage. Let's talk about Trey Lance. You know, obviously, first and foremost, you guys are watching this video live right now. Like the video, please. If you guys are watching it on replay, still like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 100 subscribers right now. You know, share it with your friends, share it with your parents, let them know that them old heads are frauds. You know, share with anybody you got, at your school, at your work. You know, we try to grow big, so we appreciate it. Also, too, if you guys would rather listen to it on the go, we are on Apple and Spotify platforms, so we can, if you can't watch it on YouTube per se, hey, we got Apple and Spotify, so you can always go watch it there. Episodes are literally updated every single, I think like the next morning at 9 a.m. I think it's updated, so y'all go tune in there. But yeah, I wanted to get into it with Trey Lance, because we were kind of talking about whether or not he might actually be something, honestly, because me and Trent were kind of going at it, and you know what, Trent, I'll let you start it off. I'll let you tell the people how you feel about Trey Lance.
Bro, it's not nothing too crazy, bro. We can't fully give the bro a full season, bro. We're talking about 4 games, and one of them games he actually played good. So now we're talking about basically 3 games. It's not even like 3 games, because bro had 3 passing attempts and then snapped his ankle. So it's like, what, 2.5? Like, bro, give brother some time to work, bro. Like if he's trash, and if he's trash next year with that team, okay, cool. Kill him. Draft, you might say draft bust, fine, whatever, cool. But give bro some time, bro. It's been 2.5 games, basically, 3 games. Like, just give him that, bro.
I got a question. What if Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl?
See, that's crazy.
See, then what? Then what do the 49ers do?
See, that's crazy, because it depends how he plays, actually. But he has to play good for them to be.
Yeah, he has to play good for them.
Well, real quick before we continue with that. For those of you who don't know who this is our man Jay Nitty in the Discord chat, making his debut on the Keepin It G Podcast. How you feeling, man?
I'm good. I'm chilling, bro. What's good with y'all?
What's going on, man?
We were talking about Trey Lance, and so Trey, I hear you, but I guess my thing was, I feel like with Trey Lance, one, he only played 1 year of college, right? Hey, it was a great year. It was a great year, but he only played 1 year. Came into the league, he didn't play right away. Then, or he didn't play COVID. He didn't play the COVID year. Then he came into the league, didn't play that year either. And then after that, you know, like he got hurt. So you already came in with behind the 8 ball as far as your experience and your reps and stuff. You ain't played in 2 years. Then when you do play, you get hurt, and it's a season-ending injury. So that's basically going on 3 years without playing college football. I mean, playing football, period. You know what I mean? And you in the NFL, when, in my opinion, the 49ers, they have 2 guys that they know now. We can go with this guy and make it, at the very least, to an NFC championship. Brock Purdy hasn't lost, but since they lost to the Chiefs, they haven't lost. You know what I mean? Jimmy G got hurt. Brock Purdy comes in, and some would even say he looks even better. He looks even better than what Jimmy G was doing. I understand the concept of Jimmy. All Trey Lance has to do is be mid, and they'll be fine. But I think it's a big concern when you have, like, literally with that sentiment, and a lot of people, not just like general people, 49ers fans are pessimistic about Trey Lance. I think that is a bigger issue.
Well, looking better than Jimmy G is not hard to do because the nigga is whack, first off. Second, like, bro, again, he's not at all. Relax yourself.
Oh, okay.
Second, like, bro, like, again, we have to, like, bro, give us some time, bro. Like, that's what you have to do, bro. It's a quarterback, bro. You got to do it. Like, no matter how you like it or not, no experience or not, you got to do it. You drafted him number 3. That you gonna get him out.
They moved up too. They traded away a couple picks to get him too.
And
but you don't think they could trade somebody? Because technically, I mean, I don't want to be.
It'll be a waste. It's literally a waste if you're trading the number 3 pick without giving him a full season. It's a waste. There's no point.
So what? They just
it's a waste. But do you think you can get the highest value now if you trade him?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So where?
See, there's like a up and down.
I've read rumors of like Tennessee looking for him. Who else?
It's up and down. I'm not gonna lie.
Better than 11 completions in 2 games. Malik Wills.
See, you being gross with that nigga too, bro. Like,
bro,
I can't lie. That was bad.
I'm all about
fine.
He just wasn't ready though. He wasn't ready.
Bro, but here's the thing, Dawson.
He was never ready. He was never ready.
Bro, here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing with G Baby that don't make sense to me, bro. Okay, cool. Quarterbacks have bad games. Fine, you can say that Malik Willis had a bad game, but G Baby's the main advocate. Oh. What does he say? Oh, now everybody comes off the rip bugging. Bro, give my boy some time, bro. You be wildin'. Like, you really think that the Titans don't give him Malik Willis like that? Come on, bro. Give bro some time.
I'm not saying they will.
Actually, well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at where they drafted him.
What did
it's like
4th round, right? 4th or 3rd round.
It's like third or 4th. So like, it's not as bad as like giving up on that 1st round, third overall pick versus a 3rd round pick. Now, I don't think they're gonna give up on him, real talk, because that's still like kind of crazy to me. But like, unless they got like a not a generation, but like a superstar QB just rolling right in there into their lap, I don't think they're gonna give up on Malik that quickly. But I don't think the Niners are gonna just trade, bro, immediately. They're gonna give him a chance to start next season and see what he can do, because that just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, bro. You wasted all your draft capital and stuff like that just to get him at 3rd, and then want to start a 7th round pick.
Yeah, what if Brock wins the Super Bowl, bro? Then you're stuck. You're stuck with the Brady Bledsoe shit.
Or you're also stuck, a more recent memory, Carson Wentz and Nick Foles.
That's exactly, yeah.
Carson Wentz was about to be an MVP. Nick Foles won the Super Bowl, and they were like, I don't know, man. How can you not start Nick Foles after that?
They started Wentz, but they made the playoffs that year with Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
It was so weird.
At the tail end, still got to start.
I'm not gonna lie. Still, even after that Super Bowl, after that Super Bowl, I still think that they're gonna start Trey Lance just to give him a chance.
And that's a fact, Aaron. That's a mean fact. That's definitely a $10 million cap hit. They're not trading, bro.
Is it really? Oh,
yes.
Well, I mean, if it business wise, then it might not.
I mean, he's a number 3 pick, bro. He's gonna get money.
Either way, it's going to be a competition, even if Brock wins the Super Bowl.
Even Brock.
Yeah, they're going to have the competition. I think still going into the year, going into next year, they're going to start him no matter what.
23 in May, so in the
offseason. So he ain't played football since he was 19.
Well, he hasn't played a full season since he was 19. He played games in 2021 season too.
Brock Purdy's the same age. He's 23. He just turned 23, so he's 6 months older.
Nah.
Do you trade Brock Purdy?
It's like, no.
Or do you roll with
anybody.
both? You just.
Well, you have to have the competition. We haven't seen much of Trey Lance at all. So how are we supposed to make any kind of? How are you supposed to make an assessment on something we haven't seen yet? Yeah. Even if Purdy makes the Super Bowl, we still got to see what Trey Lance. You drafted him 3rd overall. You got to see what he can do, before you even think about getting rid of him.
It's a fact. To me.
Yeah, and then not for Brock Purdy. If they sign somebody,
I think Jimmy G is just walking, or he's not.
Jimmy G's gone.
I think he's gone anyway.
Yeah,
I think the Jets are going to get Jimmy G.
In the whole scenario of what the quarterbacks thing going on, at least we know for a fact that the 49ers have Brock Purdy and Trey Lance going into next season. Jimmy's not going to be there.
No, Jimmy.
Yeah, no, I'm with the.
All right. Well, I mean, Look, I mean, it's a great situation to be in. I'd rather be in a who's going to be my quarterback rather than how am I going to find my quarterback. I'd much rather be in that situation where I got to pick my starter as opposed to find my starter. However, when I just I'm just go back to it. I know one of my closest friends, shout out to Luis. He's a big 49ers fan. He hated the Trey Lance pick. He did not want Trey Lance to be there. He would have much rather rock with Jimmy G. That's a sentiment that I feel like through the 49er fans I've seen has been shared. A lot of people did not want Trey Lance, at least not this season. They felt like he wasn't ready. They felt like, he needed more time. Let him sit. You can pull an Aaron Rodgers, or something like that. That I definitely feel has been the sentiment. But again, I'm just going to reiterate that when you have I won't say a lot, but a good amount of people being pessimists when it's as Trent just said, it's not hard to be better than Jimmy G, but you still got people being negative towards that. That to me is kind of wild.
Because they started off rough. That's the only reason why they really doing that for real. If they didn't start out the way they did before he got hurt or whatever, it's just that Bears lost in general because that's what really.
But they were pessimistic before he started.
I know, but that was like that even before the draft though. Like that's just how it was.
I didn't even blame that Bears loss on him.
And I was about to say because I just thought about that. I just thought about that. Real talk. Like Trent said earlier, it's like you don't have a full assessment. It's not even only Trent that said that. I'm pretty sure Nigel said that too. But I'm saying you didn't have a full assessment over Bro. He only played 4 games. That Bears game wasn't even a great game because it was you didn't see him in the best conditions. It was a bad scenario and all in general. And then after that it was kind of over with. So. You got to give him more of a chance to really show off what he can do, bro. Because we all know he's still highly talented. He got the arm strength. He got a lot of stuff. He got a lot of tools in his bag. We just want to see if he can actually put that out on the field. And the Niners aren't going to give up on that quickly, bro. I'm sorry. Especially for Brock Purdy, who, in my opinion, is low-key being more elevated by the surrounding team around him, in my personal opinion. So,
I mean, that's everybody, though. I think Trey Lance would have been elevated by the surrounding team around him.
I mean,
every quarterback they've had.
You would, but I feel like he could also use his abilities, and if his ability, since he's more, in my opinion, if he's gonna do the same thing that Brock Purdy's doing, he's literally better. He's more mobile. He has strong. He has strong
clears.
Exactly. So I'd rather be elevated by my offense and be a better just overall prospect than a guy that's not the same. That's not nowhere near on my level. You get what I'm saying? So. Even if it's at that lowest capacity, that's what it comes down to for me.
Right.
I mean, I just to piggyback off that. I just feel he's more mobile. I would definitely give you that, and I think that's going to eventually add to this offense. And being able to be mobile will kind of bail you out of situations that your arm can't. So I'll give you that for sure. But I just feel I get giving him time. I have no problem with giving him time. He can very much come up and eventually be a top 10 quarterback. He could. Will it happen? We don't know. Do I think it will? Probably not. However, all you got to do is be Jimmy G, and you can at least make an NFC chip as we've clearly seen. Like this is
that's what me and Trent was pushing before.
I mean, that's what Brock Purdy
did. This is their third one. This is their third one in 4 years.
Can't win in that system, bro. Give him time.
Oh yeah.
Even Brock Purdy did it. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Just don't make mistakes.
Like
Just
any
don't make
quarterback,
mistakes.
it's literally gonna be proven that if any quarterback can win that system,
Except Dak.
Or Kirk Cousins.
I don't know about that.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about that one.
Kirk Cousins win a
Yeah,
Super Bowl
I
in
don't know
49ers. No
No,
way.
it's not.
They'll make Kirk he's a top 8 QB, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know
You're
why
lying to
you
yourself. You
think
dead ass
Kirk
gonna say Kirk
Cousins is
Cousins not winning
going
a
to
Super Bowl in
come.
49ers, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think he is, bro. Kirk Cousins and Dak Prescott, they will find a way on that team to lose the game.
Bro, do you know
Shannon, you know how many times
performance in the playoffs?
you remember what happened to Brock Purdy in that first half? Kyle Shanahan will find a way for you not to lose that game. He has CMC, Deebo Samuel, Brendan Ayuk, George Kittle, Jawan Jennings for all people. I have to say, his whole line.
Do we not know who Dak Prescott and Kirk Cousins is?
Bro, I'm sorry. There's just no way you're losing. You could be worse. You could be bro.
Any solid quarterback can go to the NFC Chip with
that team.
Anybody.
I'm not gonna lie.
Jimmy G has been in the Super Bowl.
I can take an undrafted QB. I'll take an undrafted QB and still make that Super Bowl.
Derek Carr is making the Super Bowl.
No.
He is.
I'm not gonna lie.
Derek Carr is making it.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
Jimmy G has made a Super Bowl, bro. You're not telling me Jimmy G made
it. Derek Carr had Devontae Adams in the
He doesn't have the 49ers, though. He doesn't have the 49ers. He doesn't have anything the 49ers got.
Okay, fine. Dak Prescott, he literally had the Cowboys defense and was the reason that team didn't win this game.
Okay, but their offense is still not as stacked as that offense, bro. I'm sorry. And he lost Pollard. And he lost Pollard too.
Offense more stacked than that is like
Dak was playing bad
or
before he
something.
lost Pollard.
I don't even know.
And I can't even say the Bengals because their O-line is not up to par.
Bro, Drew Brown beat Braylon making the NFC Chip with that, bro. Like any quarterback,
that's different.
Bro, you said
no. I'm not gonna lie. Sam Darnold's making that. I'm sorry, Sam Darnold's making
That's a stretch.
He's making NFC Championship with that team.
You're dragging it.
Sam Darnold's making NFC
Championship. The stretch of where that stops is probably
Zach Wilson,
Mac Jones, bro.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones.
Because, bro, if the 49ers would have taken Justin Fields, bro, they would be such fine.
Bro, that's what they should have taken.
That's what they should have.
What you got to say, Jay?
I liked Fields over Lance too.
Nah, I'm agreeing. I agree with that, bro. They should have took Justin Fields. I don't know why they took Trey Lance, bro.
It's the whole stigma about mobile quarterbacks, though, bro. That's what it really.
But even Lance is.
But it was like
I didn't see much of Lance, bro. I would have never picked him in the first place.
Bro. He went to North Dakota State to play one season. Great team.
Exactly,
what was
bro.
it? What was it? 45 touchdowns, no picks.
No, G-Baby. It was 45 total touchdowns, but he only threw like 200 something passes. It was 19.
He didn't
passes
throw
a
anything.
game. It was 19
that's
passes a game.
ass stat.
Oh, for sure, but he only
but like
I'm not gonna lie.
Joe Burrow at LSU threw like 600 something passes.
This is what I said earlier that I wanted to say on the show, so that people don't think I'm switching up. I genuinely feel if Carson Wentz would have turned out to be a bust, which he's looking, but I'm talking about early on, if he would have came out and like, oh yeah, this guy's not the it. I guarantee you, scouts aren't looking at North Dakota State ever again for another quarterback. They're not looking at North Dakota State ever again. I'm not saying Trey Lance. I'm not saying Trey Lance can't get drafted, but he's not getting his. The 49ers aren't trading up their future for him. I'm telling you that right now. He's not getting drafted third overall. If Carson, I genuinely think because Carson Wentz was about to be an MVP before he couldn't get over the fact that Nick Foles won with essentially his team. He just couldn't get over it. I think that's what really hurt him. He couldn't get over it. His ego was shot, and then it bled into the team. If he is not having that type of season where he's about to be an MVP and he was a top 10 quarterback in the league at one point, ain't nobody looking at North Dakota State ever again. Ain't nobody going to go see if they got a quarterback that could do something again. Ain't nobody doing that.
Because the Eagles traded up for him
was the anomaly. Yeah, the Carson Wentz was the anomaly. It was him and Jared Goff, right? That was a mid quarterback class. It was him and Jared Goff. And we were like, you traded up for him, but
Dak was
like these guys are, and then Carson Wentz was about to have an MVP year.
Yeah,
bro, they were saying Carson Wentz was better than Dak at this time.
Yeah,
that was the
they
thing.
were.
Hey, he better than that.
I mean, it wasn't crazy.
I mean, he.
Yeah, you literally was.
But you say that now, then what? You know what I mean? Like how far?
I mean, I think it's mental. I think it's mental too for him too. So that's.
No, I got a Dak Prescott question. Since his rookie year, to be honest, how much has he improved, bro?
None.
He's the same quarterback since year 3.
I'm not gonna agree. He improved. I think he went up. I think at year 3 he peaked and then he kind of took a dip. I'm not gonna lie.
That's why I said he's been.
No, he's not the same though. If he took a dip, he's not the same.
His rookie year he was good.
He hasn't got,
and then he got a little bit better. And it's just been the same
since year 3. He hasn't been any better than year 3.
Yeah, because I think me and Nigel on the same page. That I don't.
Y'all remember year 3? Year 3 Dak wasn't like that, bro. That was getting carried.
Am I saying the wrong year? Maybe I meant year 4. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm saying the wrong year.
Maybe you are.
One of those years he peaked and then he just has.
Because he went crazy. No, he went crazy. Because I'm not gonna lie. I don't think y'all can disagree with this. There was at that moment, at his best year, on the best year he had, I'm pretty sure people were calling that man top 8.
Year 4, Dak. I'm sorry, it was year 4, not year.
They're pushing that man top 8, and they was like trying to lock that.
Last year, you can compare last year to year 4 Dak, and it's like it's kind of the same thing. So I can't even say he did.
No, but I'm saying he stayed at the same. I think he's the same guy. Like, ain't nothing changed.
That's fine.
I think since
from year 4, I can dig that.
Yeah, year 4, he been the same guy. Like, I
agree with that actually.
Yeah, so I don't think nothing's changed. He ain't been anything better than that. So, like, obviously he came in and he was solid. He came up. He finally, and then I think 2019 is when they got Kellen Moore, or when they got Mike McCarthy, and then they started being a really pass happy offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he's just been the same since. So, like, we know what Dak's gonna do. He's gonna throw for a lot of yards. He's gonna get you 30 touchdowns and double-digit picks, and he's gonna lose either in the divisional round or they're gonna suck in the regular season.
It's crazy though, because his trajectory at the beginning was like he was setting records, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He had a higher
he's setting rookie
for
records.
me. Yeah, like he was setting rookie records. I'm thinking like I'm not gonna lie, bro. He could like really be something in this league. So I was assuming.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Go ahead.
Why do you think that is in his rookie year? Who was in his ear?
Who was in his ear?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it like Jason Garrett? Like
it was Tony Romo.
Oh, I mean, I guess, yeah. It was.
I forgot.
I don't know. Me personally, I think he needed that to be what he could have been. If I'm not saying Tony Romo had to stay there, but I'm not saying Tony Romo had to stay there as a backup because I'm pretty sure Tony Romo's like, well, if I'm not gonna play, then it's raps. But we see how smart this man is now. Like we know, like now it's like, nah, you was just on the Cowboys. You probably could have did something somewhere else. If he was in Dak's ear,
no, I'm not with that. No.
Whoa. Dak Prescott not on the Cowboys?
I thought you said Tony Romo.
I'm sorry. Tony Romo. No. I'm sorry. No. If Tony Romo was somewhere else, you don't think he
where?
Like for example, even Dak Prescott now. You put. I even say
where
you take this whole. I mean, I have to go back and look at the teams at the time. I have to go look at the team constructs at the time, but like, because I always say, if you take this Cowboys roster and get rid of that big blue star off their helmet, they're a Super Bowl contending team. But because it's the Cowboys, what do we always say? Well, it's the Cowboys. They'll find a way to mess it up. That team has been cursed since Jerry Jones fired Jimmy Johnson.
Who started that, though?
Jerry Jones.
No.
Ever since he got rid of Jimmy Johnson.
Number 9, Tony Romo. Who started that?
No. Ever since
it was Tony Romo.
Ever since Jerry Jones fired Jimmy Johnson, that team has been cursed since. Tony Romo just happened to come out.
Come on, bro.
The thing about Tony Romo,
duck, bro. We
didn't know he was this smart. We didn't know he was this smart till he got in the booth.
Bro, Dan Orlovsky was a duck and he's smart as hell.
Hold on, G-Baby.
I don't know. He be having some crazy.
G-Baby, hold on. If these quarterbacks make the NFL, they're gonna know football and know what they're talking about.
Stop it.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not even gonna lie. Jay Cutler is a smart guy too, bro. But we're not gonna.
He wasn't watching no film. Johnny Manziel made the NFL and he wasn't watching no film, so that's not.
Bro, Johnny Manziel's a duck. He's not even in the league. He didn't even last 2 years.
But Dawson said, if you make the NFL, you're gonna be some. No, you're
not. How about this?
Just
if you make the NFL, you have a career.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't
Yeah,
really
don't-
care.
yeah.
I don't really care.
I promise you, if Marcus Mariota became a broadcaster, he'd be able to do the
I don't
same
really
thing.
care
bro.
that Tony
Yeah,
Romo was
yeah,
there.
he would
was doing the
cook.
same.
I
He was
agree.
doing the same thing Dak was doing before.
Jameis
Dak got
Winston would probably cook, G.
Jameis Winston will be over here. Jameis Winston will be over here talking about something. Look at this. Look at them eating this W. You see this? You see. Right now, you see Chris Olave stack, double stack. We're gonna see a stack concept right now. We're gonna see Chris Olave. We're gonna post, and we're gonna see the shallow under by Michael Thomas, and he's gonna cook the entire time, bro.
That's just calling out a play call.
No, bro. I'm saying he would have been able to call out the defense. Like he would have been saying that he'd have been talking fast, and people would have still called him smart, bro. Like I'm
I'm not
sorry.
gonna lie, that's what Tony Romo be doing half the time, and G Baby's over here hyping him. I mean,
Yo, that's crazy.
Like, bro,
that is crazy.
it's actually a fact, bro. Like it's if you played long enough, if you can make a career out of being a quarterback for at least 4 years, and you get a broadcasting job, I swear every person gonna call you smartest person on the planet, bro.
JJ, turn your back a little bit.
My fault, bro. My fault.
I'm just saying, like, okay. So let me rephrase that. Every quarterback is clearly smart, but some people there's just levels. I think Tony Romo's IQ, from what I've seen, because like for example, Ryan Fitzpatrick went to Harvard, so I know he's a smart man. I know he clearly you went to Harvard or Yale, whatever it was. But I'm talking about like football IQ. The way Tony Romo was able to know what to do, and I'm just like, I was like, that's crazy because your play on the field did not match your IQ.
Exactly.
Your play on the field did not
what I'm
match
saying.
that.
Like, I'm not like that's not moving me for Tony. Like, he didn't need Tony Romo. Like,
I'm
I'm saying having Tony Romo behind him
coming from.
would
Like
have
having a
helped
veteran
him
QB,
trajectory-wise.
having a veteran QB like Tony Romo that understands the
if
game
Tony
is what
Romo
he's
was the
trying to
QB
say.
coach,
But like,
if Tony Romo was the QB coach, you're not telling me that's not helping him, bro.
what you should really be saying is Tony's just a good like he's actually a good leader and a good mentor to Dak. That's what you should be saying rather than because like I'm sorry, any quarterback can go out there and tell a quarterback, oh, this, that, and the third. But if you're actually a mentor and showing them different things, I see where you're coming from.
Because like Doug Peterson, he was a quarterback coach. Oh, I don't know if
he was a quarterback.
Yeah, he was a quarterback, but as a quarterback, he was mid. You know what I mean?
Right.
Can y'all hear me by check? Okay, I hear you.
Yeah. You're straight.
But he was mid as a quarterback, but he a great quarterback coach. Look what he did for Carson Wentz. Look what he did for Nick Foles. Look what he's doing for Trevor Lawrence. So that's all I'm saying. As a quarterback, like I think just having him there would have for sure helped him a lot more than I think we're giving. I think Dak would be viewed higher. Probably.
I think it's really just
on the screen, but I'm assuming y'all can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I'm going to assume that both people that live in my household right now decided to start playing Call of Duty. So, moving on. I don't know if y'all wanted to touch on this. Bill O'Brien has been hired as the OC for the Patriots.
Oh my goodness!
Better than Matt Patricia.
I forgot you are a Patriots fan.
Oh yeah, you a Patriots fan. How you feel?
Better than Matt Patricia, bro.
It's better than
Matt Patricia. You should be ecstatic. I'm not gonna lie.
Why though?
Because he's not bad. He just made bad decisions.
Yeah, he's not a bad coach. He's a horrible GM.
Okay, I can give you that.
Like when he was the coach of the Texans were actually making the playoffs. Did he blow it up by accident?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, he blew it up on purpose. He blew it up on purpose.
Yeah, whatever he did. But that was just the worst trade of all time. But anyway, but like at least he had some success with the Texans because ever since I don't think they've had more than like 4 wins in a season.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Yeah, better than Matt Patricia, though.
What do you think Mac Jones' potential can be now with Bill O'Brien as OC?
Jimmy G.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Hey, bro. Y'all don't even got no hope for
trash.
Jimmy G.
Trash.
Jimmy G is whack.
He ain't
bro.
trash.
Wait.
I feel like
we should give Mac Jones a little bit
more.
Bro,
the fact that G Baby had him top 15 at one point, he is garbage.
Bro, okay, you say top 15.
Not that bad.
I hate when he does this. You say top 15. Every time I told you he was at 15, and then I read the other names that were up under him, You only, I think, ever disagree with Matt Ryan at the time and Tannehill. That's it.
Yeah, and I disagree. Doesn't mean he's not top 15.
Okay, 17. That's not a.
Who was
the gap
around that
between
range?
Tannehill and Jimmy G was not far.
What I'm saying though, he is garbage. So I'm saying
He's
like,
not that bad.
Garbage. That's the point.
bro. Okay, so what makes Jimmy G above average?
He's a really solid game manager.
That's all he does though. That's all he does.
He's only 49ers.
He's just a game
I will say
But Jimmy G was still a solid
be.
game. Hold on, when he was on the Patriots for those couple games, he was still a solid game manager.
To be a little nasty.
Yeah, two things can be true at the same time. He can play for the 49ers and be a solid game manager.
No, I'm not gonna lie. He did make the throws that was needed to be made.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
That's all I said.
No, I wasn't gonna say that he was just slinging 60 yards, but he was making
except for the throw.
That's all he
Except
needs
for
to
the
do.
throw against Emmanuel Sanders.
That's about it.
Emmanuel Sanders. He usually made the throws he needed to make when he needed to make them.
Yeah, he wasn't wilding out throwing 400 yards.
I won't say garbage.
He was just doing his job. He was just doing his
Even
job.
then, in the games where he was like when Jimmy on the
No, he's not whack.
Jimmy,
What is he then?
Because whack, no.
Solid.
Dak is whack.
Yeah, solid.
Dak is whack.
So y'all saying Jimmy G's better than Dak? I want you to lie.
I want you to lie.
I want you to lie.
Okay, thank you.
Nobody said he's better than Dak. I just
JJ,
said
Dak is the 64th best quarterback in the league, bro.
He's the what?
Is the what?
64th best quarterback in the league, bro. Let's be real. Let's be real.
You're just a hater.
Let's get that out of the way. I'm not gonna lie. If you asking me who I'm taking,
I'm taking Jimmy G.
I'm taking Jimmy.
You taking Jimmy G too?
I am too.
Oh my lord.
Hey, so let's do this right now. Let's see. Hey, so let me ask you. Matter of fact, we're gonna go on a list, and then we'll transition into the Cowboys after. We're gonna go on a list right now. I'm gonna go in order. So JJ, I'm gonna start with this. We're gonna do. You know what?
Would you rather?
Would you rather? We're gonna bring back a classic topic right here, bro. Would you rather? Dak Prescott edition. We gonna do
I'm about to nasty.
I'm about to cook. Like
wait. This is a would you rather, right? This ain't a rankings list.
No, this is a would you rather.
Okay.
So this is we're gonna go literally. We're gonna go literally in a snake. So JJ Dawson, Trent Nigel, and then Jay Nitty. Would you rather? Dak Prescott edition. Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
Clears. Oh my gosh.
That not clears, but I'm taking Jared Goff.
Clears.
Not clears.
Clears.
Y'all aren't serious. It's Dak.
I'm taking
Y'all
Jared
are
Goff.
not serious.
Jared Goff balled this season, bro.
I'm taking Jared Goff.
Don't act like Jared Goff.
Jared Goff arguably had a better, not arguably, he had a better season than he did his Super Bowl season. I'm taking Goff. Come on, bro.
Nigel, who'd you say you taking?
Taking Goff.
I said Dak.
Jay Nitty, who you taking?
I'm taking Goff.
Jared
Goff.
Hey, who you taking?
Yeah,
Who you taking?
I'm taking Jared Goff.
Crazy.
I'm taking Jared. I'm taking
Jared Goff.
Goff.
Jared Goff was easily a top 12 quarterback this year.
All right, next
This year?
No.
No.
This year, that's not crazy.
That's not crazy. Did y'all watch Jared Goff play football?
Was Jared Goff better than Gino?
Better than Dak.
This year, yes.
No, he
this
wasn't.
year, yes.
What? You're lying to me, baby.
Oh, he was.
You're lying.
Oh.
You're saying Jared Goff better than Gino this year. Why are you
Jared
lying?
Goff, yes, was better than Gino this year because Gino went back second half of the year. He wasn't playing as well second half of the year.
I'm not gonna lie, Jared Goff was consistent the entire year. I will give him that credit.
You're saying so. Y'all dead ass saying Jared Goff's better than Gino this year.
Hey, Jared Goff did have. Hold on, Jared Goff did have 4,529. Wait. Jared Goff did have 49 or 4,529 touchdowns, 7 picks.
Do I need to
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Do I need to
That's
be
crazy.
Do I need to do Gino, bro?
Yeah, I think you need a slot for Gino right now, bro.
Gino, bro.
Oh, you want Gino?
42, basically 4,330 and 11, bro. Are you serious, bro?
So 29 and 7. It's basically
like, come on, bro.
Like,
top 12 quarterback this year, bro.
Also, too.
All right, I'm not gonna. All right, if you want to say that, he was at least top 14. I'm not going below.
No. I didn't even.
But not top 12.
Jared Goff was top 12 this year.
I don't know top 12, but he was top 14.
He was top 14, not top 12.
Also, too, Geno Smith in the second half of the season, he wasn't playing as well. He wasn't. He had a great start and it started falling off.
But his first half was better than anything Jared Goff did the whole season.
I blame Pete
Literally,
Carroll.
bro. Literally.
I easily
Literally.
I don't know, dog.
When the Lions were winning all those games at the end of the season, he was balling.
Bro, and then the games where they were losing,
too.
like when they were scoring high, the high scoring games where they lost, I can't blame them for those
He played
games.
great against the Eagles week 1. He played great against the.
He dropped
45
on the. He dropped 45 on Seattle.
The defense gave up 48.
They didn't punt. The Seahawks didn't punt that game.
Like, come on, man. Like, but we
let Geno not punt on him. That's crazy.
Next one.
Kyler Murray.
Bro.
Oh, Kyler
Murray.
Kyler Murray, bro.
Like, bro, what? Yeah.
That's,
wait. This is a Dak Prescott versus Kyler, right? Making sure. Oh, Kyler
easily.
Murray. What? Yeah.
Easily.
Not you looking crazy. That who you taking? Not you.
It's just funny how y'all just called him a D-Hop merchant. Y'all always shit on Kyler, but now y'all all just...
Now it's clear.
Who called him that?
Wait.
Who called him
Y'all
that?
never talked to me about that. Be real. Y'all never talked to me about that. So you can't say I said that.
Two things can be true at the same time. He
D-Hop merchant.
And him and Marquise Brown at the beginning of the season.
Bro.
Him and Marquise Brown at the beginning of the season.
He was cooking with
Kyler
Hollywood.
wasn't not.
Yeah, he was cooking with Hollywood.
He wasn't cooking with Marquise at the beginning of the season, bro.
He was cooking with Hollywood.
Dak or Kyler?
Wait, sorry, it's me.
Yeah.
It's Trent.
I think Kyler's better, but I'm just saying,
Nigel?
I'll take Kyler too, but he does not.
I didn't say no. I don't think I didn't say clear. I didn't say clear.
Wait, so hold on.
Jared.
So Jared Goff clears. Jared Goff clears Dak, but Kyler Murray don't.
No, I mean it's just the season. It's just the season wasn't over with yet. You know what I'm saying? So the season got cut short. You feel me? Like,
what do you mean by that? What do you mean? So you're
the
saying
season got cut short, bro? Unhealthy, rocking.
No, you're saying Jared Goff clears Dak.
Jared Goff put together an amazing season, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Jared Goff should clear Kyler Murray too.
All right, so if you want me to say Kyler Murray clears, what are we doing? Yes, he clears.
No.
He clears.
You missed my point.
What's up?
Does Jared Goff clear Kyler Murray?
No.
Bro.
But he cleared. All right, bro.
What are we talking?
Jared Goff doesn't clear Kyler Murray. That's not even close.
Is Kyler Murray not better than Dak Prescott?
We said he's better.
He's better. They both clear.
So why would Jared Goff have to clear Kyler if Kyler's better than Dak? He can clear Dak and not clear Kyler. And we got more names to go, by the way. But I'm just saying.
Not clear each other at all.
I'm just saying.
None of these people.
Like none of these quarterbacks clear each other.
Clears Goff.
Clears was crazy.
Like
that clears Goff. I don't know about all that.
That clears Goff.
I'm taking Kyler.
Gross. I'm not gonna lie. No, you just not clear Goff.
No, Dak. Hold on. Dak doesn't clear Goff, and Goff doesn't clear Dak. Neither of them clear. Like no.
You can say that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't think that's crazy.
Well, I'm taking Kyler. But next name.
What?
Daniel Jones.
Taking DJ.
Oh my goodness.
The recency.
I'll take a DJ.
I don't even care if
The recency bias is so fucking crazy.
I don't even care.
I don't care. I'll take a DJ.
Yeah, recency bias.
Trey, you saying recency bias is so crazy? Was you not saying you taking him over Dak too?
I was fucking trolling, bro. You think I'm about to really take him over, man?
Now he's trolling.
Come on,
bro.
Come on, bro. Lock, come on.
Hey, wait, Dawson. I see you making that face, bro.
I'm really thinking. I'm thinking because I'm thinking if Dak Prescott.
I want y'all to know. I'm going to be pushing the agenda that Dak is not nowhere near the top 20 quarterbacks in the league, bro. So
I'm not going to do that.
That is dragging. That is dragging.
That's a
no, I'm not. He's the 64th best quarterback in the league.
Hey, what you think, Dawson? Let me know.
Okay. If you put Dak this year on the Giants, I don't think they make the playoffs.
Dawson, it ain't happened, so I can't do it. Like,
now he can't do it. Now
what you mean? I know Dak is probably not going. Dak probably not going to make the playoffs with the Giants. But right now, I'm not going to take him over. Like, I'm going Dak. Like, give it. I get that shit about another year.
But this isn't who is better. This is who would you rather. So Trent, I got a question for you, Mr. Giant.
Recency bias.
If the Giants GM called up the Cowboys and said swapping quarterbacks, are you taking Dak on your team?
Probably not. Because that's the whole different. You got to think about.
So you would rather Daniel Jones?
That scheming, all that shit. Dak don't run like how he used to. You
got to think about the contract too.
At least Daniel Jones got fucking legs. He run now. Like,
you're right. Okay, I'm choosing Daniel Jones.
Like, I don't know.
He don't run now. He been running. We just they finally like utilize him.
Now they're winning. No, hey, the difference is now they're winning.
I'm going Dak, bro.
I'm going Dak.
I can have him, bro. I'm
Take
not
it
having
easy,
a guy.
John.
I'm not taking a guy that's gonna make me lose a game in the playoffs, bro. That's not gonna win me a Super Bowl. I'm sorry, bro.
Bro, you love Matt
So
Ryan.
Matt Ryan to my team.
You love Matt Ryan. You just said Matt Ryan and you love.
Matt Ryan took my team to the Super Bowl. So what we doing?
He choked the 28 lead.
No, he didn't, bro. Like,
He sold.
no, he didn't.
He sold, bro.
Jay,
sold.
who you got?
Yo,
Jay, who you got?
Mr. Golden, bro. Yeah, Cowboys fan. We both was in the
let's
division
see.
round. We both at the crib, bro. Relax.
Like, bro, I don't know why he's talking right. Like you got the worst quarterback in the league. Why are you talking right now, bro?
That's crazy. The worst is crazy.
Y'all need to go ahead and blow it all up, bro.
Who else, baby? Who else?
I
No,
hate
JJ, who'd you take?
I
mean,
hate
I took
DJ.
DJ.
but
Oh,
I'm taking DJ. I hate
Yeah,
that.
so am I. Let's keep going.
thank you. So, hey, I'm recency bias, right? He just agreed with y'all saying recency bias and then said it. Nah.
No, this is all. None of these niggas are
Hey,
Dak sucks, bro. I'm telling you.
hey. So who
Except
did I say
Kyler.
already? I said
Dak
Jared
is
Goff,
whack.
Kyler, Daniel Jones,
Yep.
Kirk Cousins, or Dak Prescott.
Oh, this
Kirk.
is easy. This
Kirk.
is easy.
Come on now. I'm taking
Kirk.
primetime Kirk over Dak, bro. Come on, bro. Let's go.
I'm still pushing Dak, but I don't care. I'm still
Kirk.
saying Dak. I'm still
I'm
saying
taking
Dak.
primetime Kirk over Dak.
Kirk
Like, come
Cousins,
on, bro.
easy.
But at least Kirk is like fucking reasonable, not Jared Goff. Kirk
Why
Cousins
is Jared Goff not
What's
reasonable?
Jared Goff? I'm not gonna lie. Do we need to have a? Do we need to have a separate topic about Jared Goff? Because
Yes.
this is
Bro.
Crazy.
Oh my god. Oh my
Bro, have y'all been seeing the lines this year? He's been the reason why they win games.
Kirk Cousins been doing this for 67.
Okay, I can bring up that Super Bowl year too. It's just I'm saying he finally got his legs back up under him, bro, and he's finally playing. He's balling. I gotta give him his respect. That's it.
And I can
Alright,
tell you,
so-
Kirk
so
Cousins can do it without the best offensive coordinator in the league, and Jared Goff only doing it with Sean McVay and this new guy, Ben Johnson, who's probably going to be a head coach. Like, when he doesn't have those, he's dog shit, bro.
Whoa.
Look at him
Did
last
Kirk
year.
Cousins. Wait. Did
Alright,
Kirk
bro.
Cousins not have Kevin Stefanski? And was he not under Mike Shanahan and Kyle
Kevin
Shanahan and
Stefanski like
Washington?
OD or some shit now?
Kevin Stefanski's a great
Hold on, but Kirk
offensive
Cousins
coordinator.
He made Baker look like he was top 15.
Kirk Cousins
Is Kevin
has the
Stefanski
Rams
not a great
offensive
offensive coordinator?
He's cool.
What are we doing?
Like,
No, that's
Ooh.
fine. Who was he the last 3 years? He's been doing it. It's not like he was only good
Wait,
in 2019. And
He's
then
been doing this with who
Did
was
this
the
with Baker.
OC that just got
He
a head,
just
a head
got
coaching
there.
job?
he just
No.
got there.
Under Mike Zimmer, who was the OC?
you're talking Kevin Stefanski. And then
No, Kevin Stefanski left before Mike Zimmer did. Mike Zimmer was there for another 2-something
Pat
years.
Shermer.
Pat Shermer, are you dead?
Pat Shermer wasn't even
Oh,
there.
was he the
Pat
OC?
Shermer wasn't even there.
Are you dead ass?
No, he wasn't the
He was
OC.
the coach of the Giants at that point.
Who was the OC? I need to see who the OC was. I'm not gonna hold
It
you.
was like
But-
Clint Kubiak, bro.
Oh my!
Come on, bro.
Gary
He's
Kubiak?
been doing this.
Nah,
No,
there's no
but-
way. There's no way he was the OC. There's no way.
Look it up. I'm like 90.
I'm looking right now. I'm looking right now.
Stefanski, yes, in 2019.
Damn, it was Clint Kubiak. All right.
Come
Yeah, I'm
on,
not hearing
man.
that.
Yeah, never mind.
Let him go, Nigel.
Never mind.
Jared Goff.
Yeah, never
Jared
mind.
Goff has had
Sorry.
like what 3 good years. Kirk Cousins been doing this. That's why
Okay,
I
I'm sorry.
say
So
say Kirk
let's go
over
back in
Dak.
order so it's
I'll
easier
take
to
that.
cook.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Wait, wait.
You
So
was
let's go back.
G-Baby,
Let's
you
go
was just
back.
saying Jameis Winston over
Let's-
Jared Goff not too long
Huh?
ago.
Oh
Yeah, that was
my
before
God!
Jameis. Hey, that was before Jameis Winston's 4 backtrack.
No, that was
Anyways, we're gonna go back in order so it's easier to clip. So JJ, who'd you say you were taking? Kirk or
Oh,
Dak?
Kirk. Yeah, Kirk.
Dawson,
Kirk Cousins.
Trent.
Kirk.
Actually, you know what? I'll take Kirk. I'll take Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk.
I just caked for him.
Kirk.
He said he just kicked for him. So
I just caked for Kirk. So I gotta take him. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll take Kirk. I don't want to though. They're both the same quarterback. Just one's white, one's black. So
All right, bro.
All right, this man's not real, bro.
All right. We got a couple more names to get through.
Kind of right, but yeah.
Yo, you're weird, Nigel.
Gino.
Oh yeah, Gino for sure.
Dawson.
I'd rather have Gino.
I swear,
I
if
don't know
y'all
how you
say
would-
Dak, I'm leaving. If you say Dak, Dawson.
What a guy, if you say
Gino.
Dak,
Thank you.
what a guy, if you say Dak on all the shit that you've been saying, no, give me Dak. You better not say Dak. You better not say Gino. You better not say Gino.
Who, me? I'm saying Dak.
Come on,
I'm
G-Baby.
saying,
G-Baby, you better not say Gino.
if you,
Why would I
G-Baby,
say Gino?
You better not say Gino. After all
Why
the
would
shit
I say
that you're
Gino?
saying about Gino, you better not say about Gino.
Why would I say Gino? Jay Nitty, who you got? I
he
can't
said
hear you. I don't
Gino.
know
I
if
think
can
he
hear
said
you.
Gino. He said
Oh,
Gino.
Are you muted?
Yeah, I don't know
Uh,
if
I
it's
think
not
he covered the
coming
mic.
through.
He covered the mic.
I had Gino.
Okay, there we go. And then no, I have Dak.
Okay.
I don't know why you thought I was gonna say Gino. Come on, man. All right, how many more names I want to do? We'll do two more just to gauge y'all thought process. Tua.
Oh. You can't even stay healthy.
Quarterback.
Bruh, you had to do this. I'm not gonna lie. Why did you have to pick Tua? Because like this gonna be nasty.
You said he bought him 64.
Who's taking Tua?
Come on, bro.
Bro, you supposed to go down the line, bro.
I'm not taking no Tua.
No.
You can't pick a guy who can't play more.
I'm sorry.
This is a win healthy.
Tua was better.
Win healthy.
He's never healthy. He's literally never healthy.
Win healthy. Hold up.
What'd you say, Nigel?
I'm saying Tua, when he was healthy, was better than most of the people y'all picking over Dak.
That's what I'm saying. That's
I'm
what
taking Tua. I'm not gonna lie. He said win healthy. He said win healthy. I'm taking Tua.
I did say win
That's
healthy.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying
crazy.
G-Baby said no. G-Baby said it was win healthy. So I was like, all right.
Is this one healthy?
Yeah, everybody's win healthy
right now. Oh, okay.
Everybody's win healthy.
I mean, when healthy this season, Tua was better than
Tua.
He was better.
Tua's better.
I don't think it's
so I'm going to say Tua. So I'll take
I was
Tua.
like, I don't think that's crazy to say at all.
If I'm picking a quarterback for next season, I'm obviously
taking Dak.
Yeah.
I'm taking Dak as well. But I mean, yeah, I'm taking Dak though.
Jay Nitty, you said Tua?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Tua too. Last one. Take a wild guess who I'm about to ask, yo.
Don't say Jimmy G.
Oh, no.
Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor Lawrence?
Generation.
Trevor Lawrence.
Go ahead, skip past me. You already know who I'm gonna say, bro.
Yeah, Dak. I ain't gonna lie. Dak is easily better than Tua.
Go ahead, give me Trev, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Trevor Lawrence.
I'll say Trevor.
I'll also say Trevor.
Trevor Lawrence.
All right, cool. Trevor Lawrence, as long as we're in agreement, because I'm not gonna lie, we was about to get real nasty if y'all didn't think Trevor Lawrence is better than that man. But wow, cannot believe we actually had to go through an impromptu would you rather over Dak Prescott. Shout out to y'all.
I feel good about that because that has made me realize that everyone in here thinks Dak Prescott is the worst quarterback in the league. That's it. Like we good now.
He's not the worst quarterback.
He's not
in the
the
league,
worst, but he's bad.
Yeah,
pretty bad.
I think.
I forgot. Nah, never mind. I know the answer. Never mind. I know the answer. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. We're gonna move on a little bit because I think it's about time that we had an honest conversation about Josh Allen.
Oh my goodness.
Is he a fraud?
No.
I just rewatched it.
No.
He ain't a fraud.
He's not a fraud. He's not a fraud.
Because here's my thing. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people. We know. I did because me and Trent had yelled at each other because I felt, yes, even though he got Stephon Diggs, I also felt he could improve. Two things can be true at the same time. Any quarterback that gets a number one weapon is obviously gonna look better. But I felt watching him, he had improved his game all around, not just because of Diggs. Then we get to this season. And I'm like, Brian Daboll being gone can't be the reason you looking this bad because you be throwing ducks a little too much for my nerves. And this is now the second year in the divisional round you've gotten smacked. Last year you played great. We all know that wasn't your fault. I'm not gonna lie. They changed the rule for you, my guy. And in a snow game against a team that don't know these conditions on a regular, y'all get smacked like that. I know he don't play defense, but 3 of their O-line starters are out, and they can't stop the run. And then on offense, and we had went back through the game earlier, Josh Allen is missing throws, overthrowing, underthrowing, throwing ducks, not making the right reads. And that's been too much of a problem this year. So I want to know how y'all feel of like I know Josh Allen being the number 2, that was kind of like dead towards the middle of the year.
Yeah.
But we're gonna take it a step further. Is he actually a top 5 quarterback?
Yeah.
Or does he now have an argument? Because I think coming into the year, I don't think you could have made an argument that he wasn't top 5. Can you now make that argument? Nigel, I'll start with you.
You'll start with me? Okay, first of all, no, I still think he's probably still top 3, but honestly, like the 2 through 4 for me has kind of been in limbo since like mid-season because with Joe Burrow, and I'm sure we'll talk about him later, what Joe Burrow has shown me, like he's shown he could be like the second best QB in the league. But with Josh, I think what I compare it to is like the first half of the season for the Chiefs last year, when Mahomes was struggling. They were 3-4. He was throwing a lot of picks, and their defense was not helping at all, and they weren't looking good. And Mahomes was able to make that adjustment, and then they ran off like 9 straight wins, and then made it all the way to the chip game. Josh Allen is like, he's basically in that first half of like what Mahomes was doing, but just it's extended. Like, he still hasn't adjusted yet. Like, he hasn't adjusted as fast as Mahomes was able to adjust. And so I think he probably just has to take the offseason to adjust, because him and the entire Bill staff, like, they just love the deep ball. And they're missing easy check downs that could get you 5-6 yards and put you in like second and manageable, third and manageable, which would just help your offense even more. And while it's good to connect on them, like, you're not going to get that every play, especially when they know they playing a quarterback that can throw 80 yards. Like, we're gonna make sure they don't access the deep ball, you know. So he has to make that adjustment. I think the offensive staff has to make that adjustment. But if they do, I mean, he'll be right back up there in like the top 2 conversation easily, I think.
Anyone else?
So I kind of wanted to piggyback off what Nigel said, real talk. Anyways, when he was saying like they're going for the deep ball, I feel that's what people feel like. They feel like people miss with Josh Allen in general is the fact that yes, he can make those passes, but was he doing it like as consistent as was he going for as much as he was when Brian Daboll was there? And I would personally say it wasn't as much as it is now. I feel like Brian Daboll was obviously we could see it with Daniel Jones because he's doing it right now, being able to make Daniel Jones create using his leg when there's nothing else there, right? And Josh Allen has been able to retain that by going into this season without him and still been able to do that because they have no run game. The thing about Josh Allen for me is they found a good way to make his not incompletions, but his turnovers, like the way he's always throwing ducks, go down. He minimized it to the best he could. And so we didn't see it as bad as much as we're seeing it now. Like, this is reminiscent of me for like as in terms of turnovers and like him throwing interceptable passes. This is reminiscent of his like first 2 seasons in the league for me. So like all that stuff has gone down the drain when Brian Daboll was there. And I feel like he is kind of starting to resurface because now he doesn't have a guy that's showing him, oh, hit this guy real quick and then get it done or just take off. You know what I'm saying? So
who's the OC? Ken Dorsey or something like that?
Yeah, Ken Dorsey, yeah.
Jamie, what you got?
I think that whole
I'm sorry, JJ, go ahead.
No, you're good. I just think that whole narrative changed for me when after Brian Daboll left. It kind of like changed his mentality.
Jamie?
Yeah, I'll go. I didn't want to admit this. I thought Josh Allen was, top 2.
I'm sorry, real quick. Are you? Yeah, there we go. Whatever you just did.
All right,
there you go.
Yeah. I thought Josh Allen was top 2. Like I didn't think there was no debate. And so people were saying it over the course of the season. I was like, no, he's just in a slump. He'll get over it. I was really watching that playoff game. And I think he's a little overrated at this point. Because in a sense, I have to agree with what Mookie was saying. Like, he relies so much on that deep ball, and he's not looking at the easy checkdowns. He's not taking those. He's literally only looking for the deep ball. It's consistent. That's the only thing he's looking for. And not only having no run game, it's just that offense looks really one-dimensional at this point. And I think that he'll be able to get out of this groove, but I think now it's the point in time. He's not out of the top 5. He's still top 3 for me because the talent's still there, and I think he can still improve. But I think it's time to, Joe Burrow's better than him now at this point, in my opinion. I think Joe Burrow passed him.
What about
Herbert's
Herbert?
not there yet. No, Herbert is not there yet. People overrate Herbert.
Why do you think people overrate Herbert?
Because I think they fall in love with the talent.
Is that not Josh Allen though?
Heavy. But
to play devil's advocate,
proved it to me. He kind of did something. He kind of proved it. he kind of did something. What did Justin Herbert do?
I mean, you say
Show
he
me.
did something. He won one playoff game.
That's a little disingenuous.
He's won like 3.
And you know that's a little disingenuous.
He played great. He played great. Okay, but Dawson, we all know that the playoff game against the Dolphins. If Tua was playing,
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah,
that-
yeah,
would've-
yeah.
that
No,
made
I'm not.
that
No,
on
no.
top.
I'm talking about before this year.
Yeah, I'm talking.
They
yeah,
won like 3 games,
Yeah.
playoff games, because they beat the Patriots. The
Yeah.
one year the first year they lost to the Chiefs was the AFC Championship, so they had to win 2 games.
No, it was the AFC divisional.
It was a chip.
It was the chip. Last year was the division.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
last year was the
Last year
division.
was the
Or
Who
division.
they beat all the way to the chip? I thought that
The
was
Raven, they beat the
Ravens,
Colts,
the
and then
Colts
they
and
beat
the Ravens. Yeah, they beat the Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens game when Lamar got hurt.
Mhm.
Tucker missed the kicks.
Tucker
Lamar
missed all them
Because
kicks.
the wind was-
Lamar threw a
that-
100-yard pick 6, bro.
Yeah, okay.
It was
Yeah,
like
I mean, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I thought it was the divisional round. That's fair, but okay. So continue then. I thought it was divisional round, so you got it.
I think that was Jay.
Did he freeze? Oh no.
No. No, that's like I just think that he's. What was I talking about again? Herbert, right?
Yeah, you said Josh Allen has at least done something.
Yeah, he shown me something in the playoffs. Justin Herbert, I feel like he hasn't shown me anything to make me put him over. I don't think he's a better talent than Josh Allen too, but when we're talking about what they've done, I don't think Justin Herbert has shown me a single thing. And when he got there, you seen what happened. I'm not putting all of it on him. But like you said, G baby, he should have got the job done, regardless.
I mean, I agree.
He should have got the job done.
Even
There's
it
no
cannot
way.
be your fault, but you can also finish the job.
You should have scored more than 3 points. Yeah, I get they missed the field goal. You should have scored more than 3 points, regardless.
Figure it out. I'm in that
exactly.
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out.
So, do you think Justin Herbert's top 5?
I'm like that, bro. I still have Brady and Rodgers in the top 5. So it's like, and I think Lamar's better than Justin Herbert too.
So real quick for the sake of the TikTok, name the quarterbacks that you have over Justin Herbert right now.
All right. See, Mahomes, Burrow, Josh Allen, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers.
So those are 1 through 5.
And then Lamar, or that's
and Lamar
like 50-50?
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson at 6. Herbert at 7.
Yeah.
Herbert at 7.
Okay. Where you got Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor Lawrence is top 10 now.
Yeah, that's what I like
He's
to
top 10.
hear, boy. That's what I like to hear, man. But
I look, you want to go back to what one thing he said. I'm not gonna lie. I do think Justin Herbert's a better talent than that man, Josh Allen. Be honest,
I do too.
I think it's close.
I think he's a better talent, like throwing the ball.
Because I'm gonna be honest, the only thing that really like Josh Allen, like other than his limited arm strength, which Herbert has
and run the ball.
Yeah, he can run the football way better than he can. But I think his accuracy issues, which has always been a thing for him, which in my opinion, ever since Herbert touched the league, I can't argue accuracy over him. He's always been one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league. Josh Allen, on the other hand, Dable found a way to hide that, made him a more accurate quarterback in the time while he was there. Now you're starting to see those accuracy issues start piling up again, especially him going after that deep ball, targeting all the time. Yeah, he got the arm strength. He can zip that thing all the way down there. But is it always going to be on a tightrope every time? Which I can't say the same for Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert is going to lock that thing, pin it down every single time in their guy's hands. So,
do you think Herbert's better than Allen, JJ?
I don't see that playoff game is what kind of hurt me. I'm not gonna lie, because prior to this playoff game, I'm not gonna lie, on Josh Allen's descent this season and like how he was just keep on going down. I'm not gonna lie, my top 3 was Herbert, not Herbert. I mean Mahomes, Burrow, and Herbert. That was my top 3. But then the whole meltdown that happened and him not being able to do anything in the playoffs, and I can't fully put that on him. I'm sorry, bro. That's just bad, bro. Like,
but you say one game, but I feel like when you look at, like, I think if you show up when it matters most, I think you should at least be considered to elevate, especially when your counterparts. Like, the reason why Joe Burrow's 2, like, think about it. The reason why Joe Burrow is 2 right now because he was always close.
Yeah.
But like the reason why people are elevating him to 2 is because out of all of his counterparts, he's the one that's showing up the most.
But okay,
he rises. He rises every single playoff.
But if you had Herbert over Burrow before that playoff game, there's no reason why you should drop him after that playoff.
No. I'm not saying I'm dropping him. I'm saying it's just like I'm not opposed to the idea that Josh Allen's still in there because at the end of the day, when I still look at Josh Allen's playoff success, he's still like I watched Josh Allen rise in the playoffs and be like amazing like for his team and making his team win his team to win
too many times.
So it's like. And I've only seen Herbert
especially this run. He did not play good in either of them games.
And I've only seen Herbert fall. I've only seen Herbert fall so far, and it's like.
And he didn't even fall. He just didn't rise. That's a better thing. He didn't rise.
He didn't fall. He just. That's actually really what it is. He didn't rise. He just.
But Trent. If you think about it though, when people are adjusting their rankings, if you have guys that are interchangeable, right? I think using the playoffs shouldn't like be, I don't want to say scoffed at, but if you switch people up and down because, well, like for example, if you had Herbert and Burrow pretty much interchangeable 2-3, and you see Burrow perform at the very least, at least the divisional round, because I said, hey, honestly, if Lamar Jackson was playing, y'all probably would have lost because you didn't play great. But if you play good and Herbert was kind of like, and you see somebody rise, it's not crazy to say like it could still be interchangeable, but it's not crazy to say like.
That means you should have never had Burrow. You should have never had Justin Herbert over Burrow then.
At that point, because Burrow had already done it.
No, Trent, I agree with you. You could say that as well.
No,
Justin Herbert.
I'm saying you didn't though. It's my thing. You did it. You've had Herbert over Burrow this whole time, probably till this year.
Who?
Yeah, but I didn't. Excuse me. G-Man. But I didn't. What's it called? I didn't use just the playoffs. I'm just saying if people have that, not me. I didn't use the only thing I said that I honestly did for playoffs. The only playoff thing I used to elevate somebody was Josh Allen. That's the only one.
Okay,
and I admitted that. But with Herbert and Burrow, I didn't use the playoffs for it. But I'm just saying if other people wanted to, and they felt it was close, I don't think it's crazy.
For you,
oh, for me, I'm not. For
you
me,
always had Herbert over Burrow,
and for me, Herbert is still over.
You don't. But I'm saying though, you don't think by the logic that you talking about right now, Herbert should never be above Burrow then.
Yeah, for other people, not for me. Why
is Herbert better than Burrow?
I think he has better arm talent. I think he's a better quarterback. I mean, Joe Burrow has probably the accuracy.
So you think he's more talented?
I don't think it's that much. Yeah, I think Herbert's more talented. I think Burrow's accuracy is better. I don't know by how much, but I would say it's better. And I feel like, I mean, they both kind of scramble when they need to. It's not like they.
I'm just saying if they're
but. I just think Herbert's better. Like honestly, I think his arm talent's better. I think he's a better quarterback. I'm really giving Burrow accuracy to me, but the only difference is Burrow's winning. Like that's why it's kind of starting hard to make that argument because Burrow's winning. Herbert, you're one chance in the playoffs. Like you didn't sail, but you didn't rise to the occasion either.
Like Joe Burrow already spotted
you, and your defense spotted you 5 turnovers. That's really the knock on Herbert.
They're literally a coin. I'm just saying for you because they're literally a coin flip.
Yeah, for me, they're a coin flip. Absolutely.
But he should never. But I'm just saying though, because you don't add playoffs into this. You don't add it at all. You don't add winning into this, G baby.
No, it plays a part. It plays a part. That's why I said I admit it.
But
I moved Josh Allen from
close,
3
what's
to
the
2.
separator?
Huh?
If everything is close, what's the separator?
Yeah, at this point, I'm saying at this point.
Even last year, he went to a Super Bowl, so that's still a separator.
But last year, I didn't put them not making the playoffs on Herbert. I didn't put that on them.
I mean, he still had a few duds and choke jobs. But
I mean, Joe Burrow's had the things too. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm saying even last year, it should be the same thing. Burrow should be overheard.
But I'm not using the playoffs as the final determination. Like,
but here's the thing:
but even that logic that I said that I mentioned earlier, I just said if people want to do that, I'm not doing it now. After this season's over, or when I do my new quarterback rankings, is Burrow and Herbert? Can Burrow be 2? Absolutely. Is Herbert can be 2? Yeah, I think they're both pretty much flip flop. The only person that's really come down, well, in the top 5, is Josh Allen. Because I'm not gonna lie, just his regular season play was not consistent enough for me. I saw too many times he throwing ducks, missing people. Like I just didn't like what I saw. And then Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say you said early because you asked earlier, like when you were introducing this, you said is Allen still top 5? Would you still say he's top 5?
He is. I think he is, but I think if people want to put Lamar Jackson over him, would you really say they're crazy for saying that?
Yes.
No, that's fine, but then you'd have
not me and Trent. I said if people. I think Josh Allen is better than Lamar Jackson.
So even if you had Lamar,
it shouldn't be a discussion.
If you had Lamar, Mahomes, Herbert.
It's not a discussion for me.
You think Lamar is clearly better than Josh Allen?
No, I think Josh Allen is clearly better than Lamar.
Yes, and I agree. Okay, I mean, maybe not the word clearly, but I don't think
clearly better.
I'm definitely taking Josh Allen.
I'm definitely taking Josh Allen too. I get it, but you would have Mahomes, Herbert, Lamar, and then Burrow, and then who would be like who would?
Well, I would put yeah. So it would be Allen, but before I'm sorry. So the 4 in the top 5 would be like if we say before we got to Josh Allen, it would be Mahomes, Burrow, Herbert,
Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar.
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, it's really depending on how people feel about Aaron Rodgers because I've heard people still call him top 5. It's really depending on how they feel about him.
He's still top 5.
No, but if they just say, "Oh, it's because he didn't have weapons," he's still the same quarterback. Yeah. I've heard people say it, and my thing is, I feel like if there's enough of a conversation, like if enough people are saying, "I'd rather take Lamar over Josh Allen," and like not just the casual or like the OD Lamar fans or the OD Josh Allen haters, but if there's enough conversation, I think there's a reason for that. So I'm not gonna say it's crazy to say it, even though I disagree. You know what I mean? Like I think Josh Allen is 4. I've dropped him a couple spots just because his regular season, it wasn't what I expected. I feel like he showed signs of aggression. You could attribute it to Daboll. You could attribute it to Daboll being gone, but I feel like if you're one of those guys, a coach shouldn't hinder that much. Like I feel like if you're one of the elite guys, changing OCs should just change the play calls, not how you read a defense. And if it is changing that, then maybe you're not as good as I thought. If an OC coming in and coming out changes how you read defense and how accurate you are and all that, then maybe you weren't as good as I thought. And maybe I need to.
The real question is how. I just think that y'all kind of OD'd on how much he improved that much. I don't think he improved that much.
Who?
He didn't.
Josh Allen.
He didn't.
You talking about improve like you mean from what 2020?
I'm not.
From 2019, like
this is that he has.
No, are you saying from when he got Stephon Diggs?
Yeah,
what you're talking about?
Like just Diggs covered a lot of holes for him.
I'm not jacking that.
But I told you, Trent, that if like any quarterback, unless you're like Baker Mayfield, 9 times out of 10, any quarterback you give a top 10, top 5 weapon, they're going to look a lot better. Look at the difference in Kyler Murray when D-Hop is there and when he's not.
I mean, I'm not hearing that because Marquise Brown came in and killed it. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kyler was still balling with Hollywood.
Okay. Last season when D-Hop got out, Kyler Murray was in the top 5 quarterback conversation at MVP.
Dang,
okay, I'm sorry.
Crazy. I don't
top
know.
Top 5 MVP conversation, and then D-Hop went out and he fell apart.
Here's my thing though, Josh Allen. Let me ask Trent because Trent's the one that said this. Trent, in 2019, what was Josh Allen, bro?
You said what?
I said in 2019, before he got Daboll, before he got Diggs, what was Josh Allen?
Mid.
Yeah, mid.
He's probably
a little bit lower. No, I'm not lying. He's a little bit worse than mid.
I'm gonna say he's probably worse than mid.
Yeah, like
I don't think you could go from worse than mid to top 5.
Yeah,
because of a weapon.
But I think he went to top 10. No.
Shit.
In 2020, he went to top 10.
Yeah.
And then in 2021, it was the top 5.
I mean, that's still 2 big leaps, though.
But if you go from 16 to 17 to 10, I don't think that's crazy.
Nah, but that's my thing.
That's a big leap.
I know for a fact, I know everyone in here did not have him like below 20. I know that. I understand that.
In 2019?
Yeah,
2019 probably was, honestly.
How low did you have him? I just know he didn't have him at 32.
25, and then he came to top 10, and then he became top 5.
So I want to just put this out there that people really thought that the Bills made the worst decision drafting them, and like they thought he could have been.
Yeah, they thought he was a duck.
Like they thought he could have been like the worst quarterback in the league that year. That's how bad he was. And so once again, I know y'all didn't think that, but it's just the fact that putting that in perspective of what a lot of people
get elevated heavily when you get a weapon, a top. Well, I think.
Okay,
I think they benefit off each other though.
Okay, so can I say this?
Can
we go through 2019 because, like, I'm gonna just get the obvious out the way. I'm just gonna go down the list. Jameis Winston was better than him in 2019, right? Or are you saying no?
Yes, he was.
Okay, Dak was better. Jared Goff was better.
Yep.
Phillip Rivers was 4th in the league in passing this year. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan,
at that point.
Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Derek
Deshaun
Carr,
Watson.
Deshaun Watson, yeah.
Carson
Lamar.
Wentz.
Oh, that man was the top.
Carson Wentz? Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. Was Jimmy G better?
Yes.
Yes,
he was.
Jimmy G, okay. We said Deshaun Watson. Was Baker Mayfield better?
Yeah.
2019?
2019.
No, 2019 Baker was bad. It was 2020 the year.
Kyler Murray, right? We could say he was better this year?
Yes.
Okay, Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
All right, that's 15. After that, you have Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Aaron Fitzpatrick, was that in Miami?
No,
yeah, that was in
no,
Miami.
He was better. He was
in Miami.
He was better than Fitzpatrick.
And then after that, it's Andy Dalton.
Hey, keep in mind, guys. Keep in mind, hindsight's 2020. So like,
no, but I'm saying in that season, it was
Andy Dalton in Cincinnati.
It was Andy Dalton in Cincinnati, and then you had Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville, Mitch Trubisky. Oh, Lamar Jackson was better. He's just lower on the passing list. That was MVP. We know.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And then after that, Drew Brees is the last one. I would say was better than Josh Allen. So he's in that 18 to 20 range.
All right, fine. But you still I think my point still stands though. You're gonna go from 18 to 20 to top 5 in 1 year.
He went from 18 to 20 to top 10, then top 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think he was top 5 in 2020. 2020 was his best year.
No.
Yeah, but I don't think people had him.
He
top
wasn't
5,
top 5 yet.
He wasn't.
I had him top 7. I had him top 7.
Because Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady,
Aaron
Rodgers,
and then I would have had Josh Allen right there.
Russell Wilson was still good.
I don't know about Matt Ryan. I don't know if I'm giving that.
No.
Was Justin Herbert better than Josh Allen in 2020?
No. I don't think Russ was better.
No.
But
Was rookie Herbert
I don't think
better?
Russ was better
No,
at
I don't
that
think
point.
rookie Herbert was better.
I don't think so either. He was like
Rookie Herbert was tough.
He was great.
Did y'all have Kirk Cousins over Josh Allen in 2020?
Hell no.
Kirk Cousins wasn't top 7.
Right at 5. Who were the first 4 you named? Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes, and Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
Those are the only 4 I had above him.
He probably was top 5. He probably was top 5.
But like
Lamar was better
for a weapon,
Lamar.
I can't give it all to the
bro.
Lamar was better.
Yeah, G did.
Lamar.
People still had Lamar over Josh Allen.
But he wasn't top 5.
My question is you. Just hypothetically, say Daniel Jones get a top 5 receiver. Say he get Stephon Diggs. You don't think he can be a top 5 quarterback?
Top 5?
He can be an arguable top 5 year. You don't think that can happen? What he just did, taking bums and practice squad niggas to the playoffs, and only having
he can easily. I think top 10. He can easily clear top 10. Top 5 is.
You don't think he have a borderline top 5 season?
I want you to put this in perspective, though.
Like, have an argument, but I think he
might.
I think Diggs adding Diggs made it the top 5 season. But I think already, if he didn't get Diggs, he could have. Like, I think he arguably could have already still put himself in that top 10 realm because he obviously was still improving as it was. They just gave him a weapon. They gave him a weapon. They gave him a weapon and it just made it easy. It made it easier for him to be top 5.
Do you know the jump between 2019 Josh Allen?
No, I know.
He went from 59% completion to 69% completion.
Exactly. So I understand that.
That's a 10% jump.
I know. I understand that. I'm not saying, but that's what I'm saying. There's a player. The part that Diggs plays into that is part of that percentage. I think he would have went at least he still would have boosted his percentage up. It wouldn't have been by 10% because I think once you add Diggs, it just makes it that much easier.
By 2, 3.
Nah,
I think he would have gradually gotten better, but
I think he could have did like a cool 5 because 59% is not hard to get past 63.
Bro,
it's not hard to get to 63.
Show on the field sometimes. That's what I'm saying.
That's true. But Brian Daboll, like I told you, was able to find a way to hide those.
Brian Daboll being gone hurts a lot more than we think.
First of all, Brian Daboll, I get the Diggs thing. Daboll was there when he was asked too. Like Daboll was there. Like it's not like Daboll came there
in 19, right?
But you still have to. You gotta work. That's another thing. You gotta work through your problems. That first year, you're not gonna just get it. You're not gonna get it that first year. So that second year, he already understood. He saw his traits. He saw his talents. He said, "Now I can mold you to the best of your abilities." Yeah. And so adding Diggs, clearly, we know this made it even better than what it was. But I think he could have still went like a cool 5 to 7% higher. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I personally believe that.
I agree.
Oh, 2019 they made the playoffs?
Yeah, they lost
they
to
had
the
like
Texans.
He played like a bomb. He played
like a
ass.
bomb.
But he wasn't that
Like
good. He was
played
not good.
garbage. Played
That's
garbage.
just
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
reality.
He played. Did he really play that good against the Ravens when Justin Tucker was missing all them kicks?
We'll check it. I don't remember.
Honestly.
It was a low-scoring game, so
I know he played pretty good against the Colts, but
it was the Colts and the Bills. I think the Colts and the Chiefs the second time. I think are his only two good playoff performances.
Well, the Patriots.
Oh yeah, the Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots.
All right. Well, I was just asking just because.
I still want to go back to this, go back to that one thing about the Herbert Burrow thing. I'm not gonna lie, personally, I've always had Burrow over Herbert though. Just
Me
to put
too.
that out there.
Me too.
I've always had Herbert, but
once I put Herbert in that top 3, like it was already solidified that I had Burrow top 2. That was just a fact for me. Like
I always had Burrow.
I always had Herb, but
and there's nothing wrong with that.
But at the end of the day, it's not the end all be all. But to Trent's point, I think eventually, if you have guys that are interchangeable, eventually we got to start looking at how you did in the playoffs. And Justin Herbert hasn't had a bad playoff performance. It's just, for me, you got to get it done if you up 27-0, bro.
He hasn't had a
bad one. If Joe Burrow makes back-to-back Super Bowls too, then it gets...
I'm sorry, I'm not going to lie. He makes back-to-back Super Bowls.
He gotta, because, honestly, I'm not going to hold you. He would have lost to the Titans if Ryan Tannehill didn't throw in the triple cover.
Absolutely.
He was about to lose that game. Yes, he got sacked 9 times. I get it. But he also didn't play that great either. You know what I mean? So, like, he was about to lose. Like, the
Derek
Titans
Carr
were
threw a
literally
pick in the game, too. Derek Carr threw a pick
Classic.
in the game, too.
Y'all talking about the OT? Y'all talking about the OT game?
I'm talking about the first game, the Raiders game.
No, the first
playoff game for the Bengals.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I mean, Burrow's been playing. Well, he played great against the Bills, in my opinion. The Ravens one was kind of It's just Lamar Jackson wasn't on the other side of the field.
Yeah.
So
I still, even with Lamar being on the other side of the field, that game, I think if anything, the stakes raise higher for that Cincinnati team in general. So they
that defense was playing lights out. Defense was playing lights out, and if it wasn't for that 98-yard fumble return,
exactly,
the Ravens were about to win. I mean,
Lamar,
they were about to take the lead.
Yeah,
with Tyler Huntley. They literally just went on a long drive with Tyler Huntley. I don't know why Tyler Huntley thought he could jump and cross the plane from the 2. He should have just let them push him in. But they were about to go up 24-17, not be down 24-17. Because even the next drive after they scored, after they got the Bengals got the defensive touchdown, when they got the ball back, they went 3 and out. So they still gave the Ravens another opportunity to win it. You know what I mean? That's why I think if Lamar Jackson was there, just like with the Dolphins. If 2 was there, they lose that game.
Yeah. I agree.
So
I
agree
with that. I do actually understand.
Lamar would have won the game.
Lamar. Even if Lamar,
he could have put them. He could have put them in position. I just think.
I don't even think
the day, like the stuff that he was dealing with, like on the offense, is just still too hard for me to overcome. For me.
Yeah.
What were you saying though, Nigel?
I was saying I don't even think like Tyler Huntley, like it's Tyler Huntley, right? But I don't think he played terrible that game. It's just that one play screwed everything up, obviously, and that was like basically a 14-point swing because they about to go and score, and now they down 7. So
Tyler Huntley was looking like a backup quarterback, even though he didn't play bad. He looked like a backup quarterback for most of that game. He just had a couple
Lamar's
drives.
There, then I agree with that.
Moving on. Eventually, y'all might want to start thinking about it now. We are going to get our top 10 running backs list in here. But just last thing on the Bills and stuff. What improvements do y'all think y'all need this team? Or it's literally just Josh Allen needs to step up?
I think the whole line needs to get better.
Defense needs to stay healthy.
And
he does need another receiver.
We're still ignoring one of the biggest problems. They still need a run game, bro.
They don't got a run game.
That too, yeah.
Like, you know what? I think they just need to run the ball more. James Cook can never figure to a receiver.
I wouldn't even care that much about the run game. They need another receiver.
I mean, I can't just deal. I'm not gonna lie. If you're my franchise franchise QB, I just can't keep. You've been my guy. You've been handling the rushing duties for us, and I respect that, and I love that about you. But I'm not gonna lie, you're not gonna last much longer. You can keep on doing that with me, bro. And that's I want you to be there for.
Is it really on them though? Like they can get whoever they want. If they're not calling run plays, like I think James Cook and Devin Singletary, especially because we're going into like a 1-2 back type of league now. where you need the dual-headed monster, I think they're serviceable. They just don't run the ball. They don't call run plays.
But James Cook is
Evans-
actually
I don't
good
like
this year.
it.
James
That's why I
Cook-
like the O-line. I think the O-line needs the most work.
James Cook,
Yeah.
I can see the potential. Devin
Man, let him.
Singletary's
Yeah,
been
they don't
shown.
need
Devin Singletary.
Let James Cook develop, bro.
Yeah,
Devin
Yeah,
Singletary
but
has
they
shown
still
that
gotta
he's
use
been
him, though.
lackluster after.
My thing
after
is they
certain
still got to
points.
use him, though.
No, 100%. And that's
I
why
get it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I also think they need like a philosophical change. Like they can't go pass every time. You know, they need to like
Right.
make a concerted effort to establish a run, even with Josh Allen. Like we saw it with Mahomes, honestly, in the playoff game against Jacksonville. Like he was hobbled, and they were kind of forced to run the ball, and they were able to do it. And they were able to get out of there with those
He ain't no crazy running back, but he was
Pacheco's
effective for
nice.
what
To
they
be
did.
fair,
good,
to be
actually.
fair,
Yeah,
the
that's
Chiefs
okay.
do have a better O line too. So
And they do. They have a way better O line. But so it's both the O line for me, and then it's both like they got to
do
change
need a
their ways
receiver.
offensively.
Do y'all
And
think
a
they
new
can?
receiver.
So let's just say they get their run game going, and I'm not saying it's nothing crazy, but let's just say it's efficient.
Yeah.
Y'all think with the receiving core they have, they could still win, or at least
Yes.
make an AFC
Yes.
chip, or
Yes.
They can
I
make
mean,
a chip.
if the run
They can
game's
definitely make a
efficient,
chip.
yeah.
so like
All right,
okay, I'm
I'll tell
saying,
you
do you
this.
think they can get over the hump? That's the main
Yes.
question. Do you think
When they were
as
saying-
long as they fix the run game and they're efficient, do you think
Yeah.
with no change to the receiving core they can get over the hump?
Yes.
Probably, I would say yes.
Yes.
But I would like if they added a receiver. So
When
they
they
need
were,
an actual number 2.
when they were just hinting at the fact that quote unquote Kareem Hunt could have went there, I'm not gonna lie, that would have been the best option for that
That
team. in
yeah, that
general.
would have been.
So
You want to know
dangerous.
why I'm kind of off that now? Because again, I feel like they can be perfectly fine with Devin Singletary and James Cook as a
So
1-2
do I.
punch. Kareem Hunt, they like, it does
They
no
got
purpose
Kareem
to
Hunt.
trade for Kareem Hunt if you are still not going to run the ball.
Going to use them again.
is he gonna
But
be
I
like a
think-
free?
but I
That's a
think
fact.
they
That's a
are.
fact. But I'm like, you have Kareem Hunt. It literally makes zero sense for them not to
say
even
that, but they
run the ball.
drafted James Cook literally for that reason. and they
James
still
Cook
don't
has
use
been
him.
more of a receiving threat as it is, anyways. Though,
And he
Being
shouldn't be
fair, to
though.
fair.
He can be the RB.
I mean, but that's how he would.
just
He
give
could
him the
be.
carry.
I agree with you, but he would be. If anything, he would look more like an Alvin Kamara to me than he would look like a pure like running through the gaps,
I
running
agree
downhill.
with that.
So like,
He's
I think
because
he
that's
can
what he
literally
was.
be a light
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook. Like I know that's his brother, but I literally think he can be a
But
light
I'm
Dalvin
being
Cook.
honest. That's what he was when I seen him at Georgia. That's what he was doing. He was just they had him. It's just the fact that he could run the ball more because clearly they're elite everywhere. But like you see, his main strength was pass catching, and I'm not disregarding that at all because that's a good ability to have. But I feel like him being the backup, like a secondary back, like Tony Pollard to actually let me not do that. Zeke to Tony Pollard, and like it could be Kareem Hunt. It could be Kareem Hunt to I mean James Cook to Kareem Hunt, and that would
Kareem
would go crazy.
Kareem Hunt is a pass catcher too, but I don't understand why he can't be the Aaron Jones.
But Kareem Hunt
Aaron
can
Jones
also
is
run
the
through
best
tackles.
because Aaron Jones is the best pass catcher out that backfield, but he still gets he still gets most of the carries. He still gets most of the touches. They work a 2-back set, but he's the main pass catcher and the main runner.
Yeah.
I don't
can
understand
see
why
that.
he couldn't be out with Devin
and
Singletary.
I'm not gonna lie, I still can see
Devin-
that. At the end of the day, Aaron Jones is still like he's always been behind a better O line. I want to see Aaron Jones still like running through them trenches like he has to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like we've all seen it. I seen CMC do it. So I seen Alvin Kamara do it, and Alvin Kamara is like he's just bouncing people off his legs. So like I see where you're coming from the James Cook stuff, and I actually do see the potential and the vision there. But I don't think that's happening now, at least not now for me. And I do agree with actually the part where you're saying, like, yeah, if you give him more touches, we could see something. But like, clearly, when they gave him I don't even know what's the most touches he got this season in a game.
I think it might have been the Thanksgiving game.
Who, Aaron Jones?
No,
James
James Cook.
Cook.
Thanksgiving
James
or like
Cook.
somewhere in like November, December. I know because I bet on him and I won. So
He's
That's the
not
only reason I
bad.
know
It's
that.
just
He's not bad.
He's
I
not
just think he's a
bad,
way
but
better
it's
pass
just-
catcher, bro.
I do. I don't
It was
think
the
he's
New
like-
England game. It was the Thursday. It was right after.
yeah.
They played New England, and he got like 100 total yards. He did a lot with the touches he got. So
He could be dynamic, bro. He could be dynamic. I'm just saying.
I agree.
I think yeah.
Well, moving on before we go ahead and get up out of here. So we talked about, obviously we talked about Dak Prescott a little bit earlier. Did an impromptu would you rather. Is Dak just gonna kind of just be what he is? I know we talk about the Cowboys, being cursed and they always find a way to mess it up. But we have people in this world who called him a top 5 quarterback. We have people that said, he can lead them to a championship, right? So when it comes to, granted, yes, it's the 49ers defense. But if you're supposed to be that guy that can lead you to a chip, you got to be able to overcome that. Eventually, in the playoffs, you're going to see a good defense. You're going to see an elite one. You got to figure it out. So I guess my question to y'all, is this why owners should be hesitant on paying big money to quarterbacks? Because remember when Dak Prescott was about to get this money, there was a big kind of contract thing. Jerry Jones was kind of, we do want to pay him, but he wasn't giving him the contract he wanted, and yada, yada, yada. Is this why more owners should be more hesitant unless you're absolutely sure? Because I'm not against people getting their money, but they also are quick to get on the owners. Be like, you need to pay that man. And then when moments happen like this, and they're like, look at Dak, he's just gonna do the same thing again. So I want to know. I want to ask y'all: do y'all think owners should start being a little bit more hesitant as far as paying big money guys until they prove to you that you can do it?
I think so. I mean, it's always going to be a risk unless you have like a top 5 guy. Just because, especially if you haven't already won a Super Bowl, because the whole point, you draft a young QB so you can build your team around them and end up going to the Super Bowl. That's what the Chargers have tried to do with Herbert. It hasn't worked out, but that's what the Bengals have done with Burrow, and it's worked out tremendously. The Chiefs did it with Mahomes. Hell, even some of these other guys, like the Rams, did it with Jared Goff. Like that's kind of the goal of teams when they go and draft a quarterback. So now, would you get to that point and you haven't gotten to where you want to get to? I think more teams should consider maybe not paying these guys that haven't proven that they need to be paid best QB in the league type money. And the Cowboys were hesitant. It was a whole thing. It was a whole year-long debacle, and eventually they got it done. But I wouldn't have been surprised if if they didn't sign him and he just left. And I think more teams should probably start doing that, just because, especially when we're getting all these more talented QBs in the draft. I think more teams should consider not rushing in to pay these guys that haven't proven as much as they needed to prove.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I think it depends on the situation and who the quarterback is. Like a Dak Prescott type in that situation, yeah, I wouldn't have paid him. I wouldn't have paid him because I feel like there was other. I felt like the running game, the Dallas Cowboys running game was more. They were pass heavy. He's not doing anything special. They didn't have to pay him all that money just for him to be doing the exact same thing. To me, he didn't show me that, he's the type of guy that lead me to a championship. The Baltimore Ravens right now, they need to pay Lamar Jackson. Thanks. No doubt about that. They need to pay him. He has consistently showed you that he's a top 5 guy, and that he can, if you surround him with the right pieces, because he has no one around him besides Mark Andrews. If you surround him with the right pieces, he can definitely make something happen in the playoffs. So to me, it all depends on who the quarterback is, and especially what the situation is.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the situation. I guess with Dak, did he get the contract already? He got the big contract?
Yeah, he did. He got 4 for 160.
Got a bag.
Yeah, 4 for 160.
Yeah,
4 years, 160. Yeah.
Damn.
Got a bag.
Yeah, at least it's not Russell Wilson right before the season for the Broncos.
Doing that before he even plays a game is just
crazy. It's crazy.
So OD. And when they did that, I'm like, if he comes out and plays horrible.
And he did.
All right. I want y'all to keep that, put this in perspective. I really think that's crazy to know, like, because they felt like they knew what they were getting out of Russell Wilson. So I don't know if that was like.
I get it if you're signing him out of free agency. The man had 2 years on his contract and was still making good money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not rushing to do that, man. I'm not. I can't rush.
They gave Russ what 4 for 185.
Yeah,
I don't remember, but
something around that.
Something along those lines. Yeah,
whatever, bro.
Might have been
gonna
more.
be more than
only thing I will say about the Russ. I think the reason they traded him is because he wanted the extension before I think that was one of the things that went into it as well.
That's also
so I think whoever they were going to trade him to was going to have to sign him to an extension.
That's very close.
Like I don't think they were, and then also too, if I'm a team, I'm not about to trade all these picks and assets for Russell Wilson for a 1-year deal either. Right. You know, I mean, I know it didn't work out for the Rams because he got hurt, but Stafford was supposed to be there at least for 3-4 years because they re-upped on him. So that's what I would say. But yeah. So moving on, we obviously have the AFC Championship game AFC and NFC Championship game this week. Season coming down to the wire. We're gonna go in order again, but this time it's gonna kind of be reversed. We're gonna start with Jay Nitty, then go Nigel, Trent, Dawson, JJ. You're gonna tell me the Niners, Eagles, who you think is gonna win, and the X factor you have for each game, and then you're gonna tell me for the AFC, same thing, who you think is gonna win, and the X factor for each game, or for that game.
All right, starting with the NFC, I got the Eagles. And I think the X factor. It all depends to me. It all depends on how Jalen Hurts plays. If Jalen Hurts goes out there and he doesn't perform, the Eagles are gonna lose. Simple as that. That 49ers team is too good. But if Jalen Hurts goes out there and he plays like he's been doing all season, I think the Eagles got it pretty easily. Not easily. Sorry, it's gonna be a close one. Let's see. And then I got Mahomes. I got the Chiefs over the Bengals.
And I'm assuming he's the X factor. Just Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes. It depends how his injury plays out. Like if he looks limited, I think the Bengals and them are gonna take advantage, and I think Joe Burrow is going to get the win. But if Mahomes is able to deal with that injury and and he doesn't look like he lost a step, I think Mahomes and them got it.
Nigel?
All right, good. All right. So for NFC 49ers Eagles, I'm going Eagles. And I think probably one of the biggest X factors is probably going to be A.J. Brown, because I think the 49ers have been, like, I saw the Seahawks game. DK kind of went off on them. I know some of it was like when the game was already over, but even when it was close, like DK was eating. And I think if AJ and Devontae Smith too, I think if both of them are able to eat like the way the DK was, like it could be a bigger margin of victory than people expect. Because I think most people expect this to be a close game, and I kind of do too. But if they're going off, this could be kind of because I don't think. Like the 49ers have the horses, obviously, because they have Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, but do they have the guy that can get all of those guys going? Exactly. Mm-hmm. And I think Hurts is in a much better position to do that than Brock Purdy. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles. And then with Bengals Chiefs, I'm taking the Bengals. We've seen this matchup 3 times, and the Bengals have won all 3 times, although all of them have been close. And I think this is probably the most confident that I picked the Bengals, just because. With the Mahomes injury, I think if you're limiting his mobility, which is part of what makes him great, that offense is going to have a hard cap, even if the running game is going. Like they could get away with that against Jacksonville, because I don't think Jacksonville has the same type of weapons that Cincinnati has with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And then especially if they're running the ball, because against the Bills kind of let Joe Mixon do whatever. And Joe Mixon hadn't had that great of a year. And then
ETN went off on them. ETN went off on them too.
ETN as well. ETN as well. Even Hasty had a big run. So if if they're able to get that running game going, and obviously with Chase, Higgins, and Burrow, I think it'll probably end up being a close game just because they always end up being close. But I'm still going with the Bengals, and my X factor is Mahomes and his health.
Who's on?
You.
It's you.
Oh, I got the 49ers winning. I think the X factor to the whole game is the 49ers secondary. Them niggas, AJB, Devontae Smith, they start get going while Jalen Hill's got the run game. Shit over. They're not winning. So I think they can stop the run game. Like, I think the 49ers run game can stop it. And I feel like the middle of the field with Fred Warner's going to lock that shit down no matter what. So I think Javarius Ward needs to have a big game, even though I'm not going to lie to you, probably won't happen. Just like the 49ers secondary got to play their ass off. If not, they're gonna lose. Now I got the Chiefs winning. I think X factor, of course, it got to be Mahomes, bro. Like, but Mahomes or again the Chiefs secondary, like you can't let Jamar Chase, T Higgins, you can't let them go off. And I don't think Joe Mixon gonna go crazy in the run game. So I think Joe Burrow's gonna try to go crazy up the air attack. But I think the main X factors with those two is the secondary and Patrick Mahomes because he's hurt.
Dawson.
So for the Eagles 49ers game, I got the 49ers I got the 49ers winning. I just think their defense, I really think their defense this year is like a crazy good defense, and I just think they're gonna shut down the Eagles. But I think the X factor is Nick Bosa, bro. I think that's the best offensive line in the league. I think he's gonna have to pressure Jalen Hurts, force some unthrows, maybe a pick, a turnover or two, to get the ball, in their range to help out Brock. But I think the Niners are going to win. And for the Bengals, Chiefs, I got the Bengals, bro. I think Patrick Mahomes' injury, he's not going to be 100%. And I think the X factor is I think Jamar Chase is going to kill them boys, bro. I think Jamar Chase is going to go for 150 and two touchdowns, bro. I really think that. I really, truly believe that.
Really?
KJ?
There's some pretty good picks, but I got the Eagles beating the Niners going into this NFC Championship, and I think it's contingent on their defense and how well they're going to be able to contain can just be able to find a way to contain CMC. It's going to be a hard job. I know that, but they've had hard tasks already this season, and they fought through that, and they won the challenges overall. They're going to find a way to contain Debo, and they're going to do that. I think they can get it done. And so I think it's all contingent on how well, like, you're not going to stop them, but I think it's contingent on how well they can really slow them boys down, and they can keep going. Because I think their offense can always get going, especially with the dynamic ability of Jalen Hurts. So that's gonna be a game changer for me in that game, watching that. And I think the Bengals are gonna beat the Chiefs going into this AFC Championship, and I think that is also contingent on how well Patrick Mahomes is gonna be able to be mobile. Now, don't get me twisted. Just because he's not being mobile is not going to stop him from still winding away for them boys to score. Because I seen Travis Kelce, I seen Isaiah Pacheco, all of them boys still go crazy, and that man, he wasn't even doing as much as he was earlier in the game. So, if they can find a way to not even find a way, it's not even about finding a way. It's just that defense has to play at a very high level as they have when they played the Ravens. So I got to give them that credit. So I gotta see what the Bengals gonna do. So I got the Bengals winning that.
All right. Well, for me, when it comes to Philadelphia, San Fran, I'm going Philly. I don't want to go Philly, but I'm going to. They were my Super Bowl preseason pick to start the year. I thought just on paper they were the best team. I still think that. I just. I don't like when people criminally underrate the Niners, because it's going to be a dogfight. My X factor, though, is the trenches. Lane Johnson with Nick Bosa, DeForest Buckner in the middle with Jason Kelce.
Eric Armstead.
Eric Armstead. I'm sorry. Eric Armstead,
I get those two confused.
Yeah, my bad. But Eric Armstead with Jason Kelce, Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw. The battle of the trenches is really going to determine everything, because even though, yes, the Eagles have the ability to just air it out with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, if you take away their identity, it's going to hurt them a lot more than we think. Like I don't think there's been a game their identity's been taken away. Like I think they've still been who they are, even in their losses. I think they've still been who they are. I think the only team that has a chance to do that is the 49ers. So it's really going to be determined on the trenches. But I'm not going to lie, as much as I troll, as much as I be on people, seeing Brock Purdy against the Cowboys, he didn't play bad, but it gave me a reason to and it's the trenches on both sides of the ball, and that's what I'm worried about. Because I think the pressure that the Eagles can create on that side of the ball as well, even though I think the 49ers offensive line is good, I think Brock Purdy, I'm not trying to be like disingenuous, but Michael Parsons was doing whatever he wanted. And I know it's Michael Parsons, but you have a full D line of people that can. There's a reason they have 4 people in double digits of sacks there's a reason for that. Like 4 people had 10 plus sacks. So there's that. So that's my X factor for that game. Chiefs Bengals, I'm going with the Chiefs. And the reason why is because I think the X factor is going to be Andy Reid. Because now you have a week of practice to prepare for what you know Mahomes is going to look like. You don't have to go in on the fly and change. You can go in with a set game plan because you know what Mahomes' limitations are. And I think that's going to do justice. I know what the Bengals bring. It's going to be a close game like it always is. It's probably going to be high scoring, like 24, 28. We're probably going to see a lot of points on the board. But I think you're giving Andy Reid a chance to prepare. I think he's going to come out with some packages that the Bengals aren't ready for. I think Isaiah Pacheco is going to get a lot more touches this game. Kelsey's going to be Kelsey. I think we're going to see a lot more Jared McKinnon. We're going to see a lot of quick game. And I don't think the Bengals have the personnel to handle that for 4 quarters. So that's my X factor for that. I think, this little 3-0 thing that Burrow and them have, this is cool, but I think Mahomes goes back. And then that gives them 2 weeks off to face the Philly. Battle of the 1 seeds, what we wanted to see. But yeah, so Dawson, we'll let you go first because I know you want a time crunch. I know you got to go soon. And to end the show, by the way, appreciate everybody that's been in the chat, like the video. Your 2023 top 10 running backs.
Saquon Barkley 1, Nick Chubb 2, Derrick Henry 3. I don't want to mess this up. 4 was Christian McCaffrey at 4. Mm-hmm. I had 5 Dalvin Cook, 6 Josh Jacobs, 7 Alvin Kamara, 8. Hey, this might be high, but that boy Travis Etienne is dead nice. Okay.
Yeah, keep going. Hold on. We gonna let you finish.
Let him. Yeah, don't.
Yeah, let him finish.
Oh wait. He might be too high, but I got Aaron Jones
at 9.
Yeah, 9, and then snap. Put Eckler in front of both of them, and then move Etienne to the back.
Question: where's Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah. Snap. Yeah, Jonathan
So
Taylor.
do we need to come back to you? Or you have a new list?
New list. Okay, the first 5 are good. Jonathan Taylor 6, 7 Josh Jacobs, Alvin Kamara, then
Austin Eckler, then Etienne.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Trent, what's yours?
Yeah, that boy.
Yeah, you for sure forgot about Jonathan Taylor.
Yo, I forgot he was even an NFL player this season, bro.
So Saquon, Chubb, Henry, JT. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know my 4 and 5 is back and forth. Like Dalvin, CMC, Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones, Travis Etienne, Josh Jacobs. And I'm putting Josh Jacobs there just because he had the big year. I really don't believe he broke.
Where's Eckler? Huh? Where's Eckler?
Reception.
I might take Josh Jacobs over Eckler though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
So.
Really?
I am.
I think Eckler for me is just a matter of the fact that he doesn't get the carries. Yeah, I think Eckler and Kamara are in the same boat where they just don't get the carries enough to have like them 1,000-yard season stuff. But I think they're better.
Oh, y'all gonna hate my list. All right. First is Chubb. Second is Saquon. Third, when healthy, I have Jonathan Taylor at 3. 4 is Henry. 5 is McCaffrey. Wow. That's not. Yeah. 5 is Christian McCaffrey. 6 is Aaron Jones. 7 is Dalvin Cook. 8 is Josh Jacobs. And then 9 and 10. 9, I have Tony Pollard. And 10, I have Travis Etienne.
Where's Alvin Kamara?
That's the one. That's the one. So Alvin Kamara. The last 2 years, I haven't seen any from Alvin Kamara. Any reason to put him? Definitely not in the top 8. The 9 and 10 you can argue, but over the last 2 years, he just hasn't.
What about Tony Pollard? So why is Tony Pollard there?
What do you mean? Because the same reason Travis Etienne is there. Well, Tony Pollard, we know this. Tony Pollard, this is the first year he's gotten his opportunity, and he showed why he's like that. We were literally arguing about this before the season.
But Kamara, last year I can kind of give you some leeway because he was hurt, and he was just kind of because of the roster construct we had, we kind of had to like chill on him. But this year is for sure play calling. There's nothing wrong with Kamara. It's for sure play calling. After them little 2 games he missed, it's been nothing but play calling. So I feel like when it comes to Kamara,
he hasn't been
getting the touches. He hasn't been getting the touches. In my opinion.
Alvin Kamara, when he was at his best, he was top 5 easily to me. Like, because his efficiency was off the charts. Now it's like all these guys have been either 1,000 yards, they've been 5 yards a carry or close to it.
Well, Kamara's never been 1,000. Kamara's never been
I didn't even care about the 1,000 yards, but he was so efficient that it didn't matter.
But I think it's
and obviously the threat he had in the receiving game.
I think he was more efficient because of how much of a threat he was in the receiving game, and I think for sure this year, but slightly a little bit last year too. I think they've stopped using him in the receiving game. For sure this year, he was
true.
one game. He was one game. He gets all the touches. The other game, he barely get any. That was for sure the thing with him up and down this year, for sure. But I mean, I don't hate ETN. I don't hate Aaron Jones. It's really the Tony Pollard one that's kind of.
How come you hate ETN? I mean, how come you don't like Pollard, but you like ETN?
Because I think ETN is on his way to being in that top 7 range. And if you want to,
why wouldn't Tony Pollard?
I think Tony Pollard is like I think. Well, I'm about to get to my list right now, and I don't want to spoil it, but I mean, you'll see in a minute. But
all right,
JJ, if you want to give me your top 10 running backs.
All right. So I got Nick Chubb at 1 personally. I got Saquon at 2. I got Derrick Henry at 3. I got JT at 4. I got CNC at 5. I got Dalvin Cook at 6. I got Josh Jacobs at 7. I got Aaron Jones at 8. Eckler at 9. And dang, I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. What the heck?
Did you say Kamara?
Nah, Kamara's not my top 10.
There we go.
Dang, he's falling out of y'all's top 10 for real.
I mean, yeah. if he has a good season next, he'll
yeah, he can easily come back in. He can easily come back in. I got ETN at 10 for sure.
There you go.
Jay Nitty.
I said Eckler, right?
Oh, this is tough.
Yeah, you did.
I think so. Yeah.
This is tough. I still got Derrick Henry at number 1.
Understandable.
Saquon
He
2.
just had 1,500.
Yeah. Saquon 2. Chubb 3. McCaffrey 4. JT 5. Cook 6. I'm gonna go with Aaron Jones 7. ETN 8. Eckler 9. I don't even want to go Eckler. Josh Jacobs 9. And I'll go Eckler 10.
Dang, so really 3 of y'all dropped over Kamara.
Kamara's over Eckler. Kamara's over.
I'm about to say Austin Eckler over Kamara is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's really the thing. That's
Kamara over
blowing
Eckler.
me. Like,
I don't think that's that crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Especially since I will have to add the fact that man Eckler, especially this year, has shown that he was the engine for that offense for the majority of the year leading into the playoffs. And so without him, I don't even think they could even try to make the playoffs, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I mean, I guess. For me, I have Saquon 1, Nick Chubb 2, Derrick Henry 3, Jonathan Taylor 4. I have CMC 5, Dalvin Cook 6. I still have Alvin Kamara 7. I have Aaron Jones at 8. I have Josh Jacobs at 9. I'm gonna take ETN over Austin Eckler. I don't know if I want to yet.
For me,
I don't know if I want to yet.
You should.
Like I want to. I lied. I want to. I just don't know if I can yet.
Yeah, you.
But ETN is all the way. It's just I don't know if I want to do it right now. But it's Austin because I think Austin Eckler is still that quality. But I'm giving Josh Jacobs the love because he went crazy this year. I think he took a step up. Like it's not just that he got the yards. I think he looked better as well. Aaron Jones moved up for me because Austin Eckler was better than him last year, but Aaron Jones moved up for me. So it's really a matter of if I want to sit and wait on ETN or if I would just want to put him there now. But Nigel, going back to earlier before we head out, Tony Pollard to me is kind of like right behind there.
Okay.
Right behind there, but it's like I don't know if I could put Tony Pollard over both of them guys.
Over both who? Kamara and Eckler?
Over Kamara and Eckler and ETN. I don't know if I could put him over all three just yet. You know what I mean? Like I think he's on the way.
Can switch. I don't.
Yeah, so that's really just the only thing. He's coming, and I think he's clearly the best running back there. But you know, it's kind of tough. But appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. It's been another great episode 25. We a quarter of the way there, man. We're on the road to 100 subscribers. So if you guys are watching on replay right now, please like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow the Instagram and TikTok. I cannot believe I did not have it out here. I am crazy. Follow the Instagram and TikTok at Keepin It G _podcast. Turn on notifications so you never miss when we go live. We will be back here next Tuesday again. Obviously, talk about the AFC Championship games. We'll talk about the updated draft order, what we think certain teams might need. You know, we might start going down some divisions, you know, stuff like that. So, again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Jay Nitty, appreciate you for sliding through. You're always welcome back, man. You know, my regular guys, appreciate y'all, of course, man. Thank y'all to everybody in the chat. Couldn't do this without y'all. Really appreciate it. Sorry, my voice is a little gone. I've been yelling all day. But thank y'all so much, everybody. Please, again, like the video. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. And you will catch us next time.